Hello, and welcome to Fishing Vacation by Teebowah Games. Link in the description so you can go to the itch.io page where this game lives, and you can download it for free, and you can play it for free, but you should support the creator because that's a good thing to do. And while you're supporting people, there's a GoFundMe link to help a non-binary trans person move out of a toxic home. So you should just go support some people and then treat yourself to a scenic fishing vacation. So this game caught my interest because it is a fishing horror game, a concept I had never considered before because I don't really get fishing the time of day, but that's not important. There was a Fishing Horror Jam 2020, and when I saw that, I was like, oh boy, I definitely want to play a fishing horror game for October. That just seemed like the right thing to do. I recently received a letter from an old friend. It came with scary music and a letter opener. That's actually pretty good. In it was an invitation to a fishing trip. It'll be just like old times, my friend wrote. A wave of nostalgia washes over me as I reminisce. It's been well over 10 years since I'd last been there. As children, we'd visit their uncle's cabin by the lake. The lake always had the largest trout you'd ever seen. I slowly regained my composure and made up my mind. I immediately wrote back accepting my friend's offer. Well, yeah, they got the largest trout you've ever seen. How could you not accept? Not knowing it would be my biggest mistake. I should have never went on that damned fishing vacation. You really never know when the mistake you're making is going to your biggest one. Like, I make plenty of mistakes every single day, and if any of them turned out to be my biggest mistake, I would be plenty surprised. I'll tell you what. So as you can tell, this game is it's Game Boy. It's like a Game Boy game, but it's now, except it's, it looks like the Game Boy game. So then he says, if you go, you're as good as fired. Anyway, long story short, you're gonna need to find a new job. But hey, we need a break every now and then, right? That was the right delivery on that at all. Either way, I'm glad you can make it, buddy. In all honesty, I forgot all about the good old days. But when I got mailed the cabin key from my uncle, all those memories hit me like a trout over the head. How relatable. How has your uncle been, by the way? Okay, so our character is the, I'm guessing this blank text box, whereas our friend has the little friend hanging off it. I'm not too sure. The letter he sent was the only contact we've had with him for years. Last I saw, he was going through the divorce. Must have been tough, especially for my little cousin. My uncle seemed pretty happy about it, though. We're finally here. As you can tell, we can't tell. They can tell because they can see out of the front of the car. We're locked to the viewpoint of the Game Boy God that we, in fact, are, whereas they can see up ahead. Okay, so they saw the road that I guess we have to walk up into the scary looking hut of some sort. I guess they just have a little place by the lake. It's not fancy. Yeah, it's a bit run down, but it's fine. You just need to go in, find out. The last one's in is a rotten flounder. Well, you're closer to the door, so that's not entirely fair. Okay, do we have a menu of any sort? We do not. This is us. There is, in fact, an option to change your palette, so we can go through and pick a color scheme we like. I like the way that color scheme looks, but it might be a little hard to read. We could probably just stick to Game Boy Original. That might be, I like that one. I might go to that blue one. But, we got to see all what's there. Oh, there's some more normal Game Boy ones. This would probably be the best one to stick with color reading-wise, but I kind of like that purple one, wherever it went. Oh, I think these cycled and I just didn't notice. Yeah, let's go with this one. It's a little scary, but I also like the color purple, so we'll stick with this scary color purple scheme. Oh, that's the B button. I should use the A button. Master bedroom. It's a poster of a fish. If you live by where the fish live, you gotta have a fish picture, so you don't forget why you're there. Yeah, dusty books, all about fishing. I mean, you need to know everything about fishing. Painting of a fish is a photo of a fish. No time to sleep. It's time to fish. That's what I say every single day when I wake up. Despite, I'm not a fisherman. I haven't been fishing in years, and when I did, I was terrible at it. But I still wake up every morning and say, I can't go to sleep. It's time to fish. So it seems like the family has departed from this cabin. Still time for a little fishing. I'll be outside. Grab those poles and meet me out back. Okay, cool. Well, we've looked around. It's a photo of a fish. What was the other one? Was this one a photo of a fish? Because we have a painting of a fish, a photo of a fish. I think this one was also a photo of a fish. Poster of a fish. Okay, we're getting all of our fish art media out of the way. You know, you can't forget the important things in life. It's a note of a fish. We're leaving. Don't come looking for us. Not important. We got a little fishing to do. Can is filled with nothing but fish bones. Fridge is packed tons of fish heads. Okay. I mean, if they're new, you can still eat them, I guess. I've never had fish head, but people eat them. Scorched all over from all the fish cooking they're doing. The sink is surprisingly clean, as opposed to table set for 3, all pretty grimy, which is interesting to know because we only heard about the uncle and the young cousin post-divorce. So is the table still set up pre-divorce? Read Inuit. Oh, Inuit mythos. I was like, is that Inuit? Sure, let's learn about the Inuits. Many gods within the Inuit beliefs. One such god is the goddess Sedna, goddess of the sea. Here's a tragic tale with many different versions, either good or bad depending on the tale. Each version features the same conclusion. Well, we don't get to learn the conclusion, and I know nothing about Inuit mythology, so I don't know anything about Sedna, so we'll have to continue onwards and hope that it's treated respectfully is the thing that I'm going to hope that it is being. Fireplace has been used. What is this? Is this like a cellar door? Cool. Definitely nobody down in the cellar door. We were told not to look for them, so we're not going to look for them. Definitely not in that cellar because we got a little fishing to do. Don't got time to look for anybody because we were explicitly told not to. Don't worry about worms. Tonight's bait's on me. We'll have to get the bait tomorrow. But luckily, our friend managed to do it for us, and I suppose we'll just follow them. We can assume that the bait's the other direction. And we explored the cabin. But there's no reason to go explore Bait Town. We got 3 whole worms. That's 3 whole potential fish we could catch. That's 3 more fish than I've ever caught in my entire life. Just like I remember it. A bit more green, though. Yeah, this is weird. It's a bit more green than I remember. Breathe it in, buddy. Now that's some fresh air. Now let's christen the start of an awesome vacation. Looks like there's something right in front of us. Go ahead and reel in a big one, my friend. Okay, so we can aim our cursor. I'm going to press the A button. I'm guessing we just want to land it on the thing. Some kind of like power meter. Okay, so that was like to aim. We aim towards the fish. We're getting a bite. Oh, we just spin the D-pad, which for me is the arrow keys. We got a left shoe, 6 whole inches, damn. I mean, hey, we could boil it and eat it, I guess. Probably not supposed to. We are cleaning up the lake, so that is useful. And yeah, we can get a new pair of shoes. That would be nice. Back to fishing while we can. I don't see another dark shadow, so I don't know if we're supposed to wait for a dark shadow or if... Oh, okay, we can scroll the screen. Nice. I was not expecting that. Okay, let's go for another fish. I'm actually surprised. I was a little bit worried because I tend to have trouble with fishing in video games because I am not a fisherman. It's a bit beyond me. Also, typically fishing isn't really my thing. I can do it in Animal Crossing since... Oh, gotta... Okay, so they mix it up on me, and I'm going to have to switch between the buttons. Doing this... Salmon! Oh, wait, we got a real one this time. Doing this on a keyboard might be a little bit loud for the microphone, unfortunately. Probably should have mapped this to a controller before starting, but I was so excited to get some fishing in because it's not something I do. And I was excited to go on this vacation with you. It's you and me, buddy. We're out here not worrying about anybody. Definitely not our uncle and our small cousin. We worried about them slightly. We lost our job, but it's fine because we're fishing. And that's all you really need in this life is some fish, some friends, and some Inuit mythos that we can only hope is going to be treated respectfully. Because I don't know anything about it. Trout. Yeah, so we got a trout, we got a salmon. Wow, that's definitely enough fishing for today. We got 2 whole fish. What more could you want? Other than, I guess, a different color palette. Because, we're a bit sad. We're not fishing. We could be fishing, but we're not. Before we head back, I guess I will come over here if we're allowed to. Yeah, worms will be there tomorrow. Okay. I just wanted to see if we could go check out what's there before the end of the day. But I suppose we got to get back and fry up some fish, I'm guessing. Is it food time? Do we got to eat the fish, or is it just like, oh, well, we caught the fish. Time for bed. Yeah, I guess we're just going to go straight to bed with our fish in tow. Oh, no, there's our friend. Okay. Yeah, fishing is what the soul needed. Reeling and dealing does the body good. That's what I'm always saying. I'm always saying this to people, and they keep telling me to stop saying reeling and dealing does the body good. Bedtime, because I wasn't able to cookie my fish. Is this from? Is this a voyeur perspective from the outside, or is this us on the inside looking out our window? I'm guessing that was a voyeur perspective of some sort. Something looking in. Is it just the camera? It's hard to say what the artist's intent there. Yep, up and early. Yeah, early worm gets the... Wait, was that early fish gets the worm? I'm guessing he said early fish gets the worm. Yeah, early fish gets the worm. Yeah, I can't disprove that that's not a phrase that people say. Because early bird gets the worm is already like, who was thinking about the early bird? Oh, there's a mini game for getting bait. Oh, we got to dig them up and then we got to catch them. That's interesting. That's cute. See, I was expecting like a shop of some sort, but no, we're a pro fisherman. I think I'm hitting the. I'm not sure if there's a hand button I need to use. Okay, now it just seems to become a worm button after I shovel over them. I wasn't sure if I was hitting the worm with my shovel, which not particularly good. I think you use live bait when you fish. I'm not entirely sure. I think you can use dead bait, but I think the fish tend to like the live bait since it wiggles around, and like fish like cats, see the moving thing and get interested. That's why fish and cats are so interlinked, because they both see a wiggling and they get excited, which is why people think of them together and for no other reasons that we're going to think of. Okay. Oh, okay. For a second when it showed 0, I was like, okay, so I clearly misunderstood something because I caught nothing. But no. We managed to get 9 worms. So does that mean we can fish 9 times? Or is our buddy going to come out and be like, oh, well, we got to split it and then rock, paper, scissors to see who gets more? Yeah, we can't wait. Okay. I wasn't sure if we had to go back and get our buddy now that we had the bait. But no, we're good to get going. So perhaps we will split the bait. Maybe it'll just be like we fish, they chill. But maybe the idea is like, oh, we're both fishing together. Haha. Even if we're going to use all of the bait here. I should probably switch can I switch the color palette? Yeah, we can switch the color palette like anytime. Damn, I wasn't expecting that. I figured it'd be a little bit more limited than that. Just gotta wait for the bite. See, that's the harder part, is waiting for the bite. And in Animal Crossing, which is how I do most of my fishing, TBH, I just, close my eyes and I wait for the bite sound. Oh, we got a catfish. We're catching some big ones here. We got a catfish. We got a big old salmon. We got a decent sized trout. Oh, whoops! I missed the thing. It's fine. It's gonna come back. It's fishing. You stay patient, and eventually, everything will come back around. So the Inuit mythos, like I said, I'm a bit worried about, how this is going to go, like, how it's going to be handled, et cetera, et cetera. But also I'm interested because Sedna, it said it was she was goddess of the sea, but we are at a lake apparently, so. Oh, we got a bass. There's just some big old fishies here, ripe for the taking. What happens if we were to like just fish out into the distance? Would it be like, oh, well, you just wasted your bait? Is that something out there? I think that's something out there. I'm gonna go for it. See if we can get whatever that is. There seems to be a shadow there. It's kind of like a bomb coming down. Damn. I don't know if we need to press the button at the right time, but I'm just going to go by Animal Crossing logic and assume that I should probably be pressing A as soon as the bite goes off. Even though in Animal Crossing, that's the end of it. We don't have to spin the D-pad. Oh, God, I wish I had gotten the controller instead of doing this on a thing. Oh, a koi. Wow. I guess koi can kind of live wherever. We used to have I say we used to have, it's probably still there, a koi pond where I work. Just haven't seen it in a minute for whatever reason. Probably because I lost my job because I went on this fishing vacation. That's probably the reason I haven't seen it. That's probably the important thing. Yep, there we go. Yeah, because this would feel a lot better on a D-pad rather than I'm just kind of like spinning my fingers. It's probably about the same. Now, I don't wanna yuck any yums or tut anybody, especially early on this video game. But the Game Boy wouldn't have been able to do that you gotta noise. It's just the sound channels wouldn't have allowed something like that. I don't believe. I'm being a dumbass. It's not important, but I would have loved to hear like the bit crushed. I don't know audio stuff. I'm a big dumbass. Would have loved to hear what a Game Boy era appropriate not you gotta. I'm a dummy. What that sound effect would have sounded like. Now I think we got all the shadows here, unless they like spawn while we weren't looking. Yeah, I was about to say there's this shady little grove over there. That I was interested in, like, oh, maybe we should just cast out there even if there's not a shadow, because maybe there's some fish hiding out there. Something that I learned that fish do from one Shenmue 3, that sometimes special colored catfish hide in the shadows or whatever, and you want to do that so you can get a cool jacket. So, see, like, I've mentioned video game fishing several times. I guess I'm pretty good at video game fishing. Also, I'm kind of just spinning my fingers. I'm not actually keeping up with what it is showing on screen, so it seems more like the action of doing it is more important than the... an eel. I don't know if eels normally live in lake. I don't know things about fish, so whatever. We can't scroll the screen any further. I guess we're already at the edge of the screen. Shoot. What I was saying is, like, I think just the act of doing is more important than accuracy to what's being reflected on screen, like some kind of Mario Party-esque, like, tug of war going on here. I mean, I guess I could have just said tug of war, not Mario Party, as a copyright on the tug of war or, contested button mashing contests. But when you think of a contested button mashing contest, you're going to think Mario Party. Damn, we're getting all kinds of different little fishy. Well, I mean, I guess crab. Not a fish, technically. But we caught it. I mean, we can eat it. I mean, you can eat most things. It's just a question of, should you eat most things? And I'm not seeing any shadows. Maybe something popped up while we weren't looking. But if not, I'm just going to cast into the shady grove and see what happens. Because that could be land there. Oh, I can't cast. Can I just cast anywhere I want? Okay, so yeah, I'm guessing that shady little grove wasn't actually... water. There seems to be a shadow there. I'm not sure if that was supposed to be the shadow. Oh, okay, there was something there. I was going to say, I was not sure if that was supposed to be the shadow of the lure landing, or if there was just secretly a fish there. So I wonder if there was secretly a fish in that specific spot, and I got lucky, or if you just cast like there's going to be a fish there, and I've just kind of been aiming for, the shadows. And we caught we aimed at a lily pad, so we caught a frog. We should probably let that go. I mean, I guess you can eat frog, but I don't want to eat a frog. I love frogs. They're good. They're cute. They're good. I don't want to eat a frog. I'm gonna just throw it. Oh no, I messed up. Oh, it seems like we get a few errors. My brain was too slow and like reacted way too late. But it seems like you can mess that up a couple times and it's fine. And I just threw it into the shadow just because there was a shadow there. So maybe that's just the key, is like finding places where there's shadows on the map and aiming. Starfish? I don't think starfish live in lakes. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe this is part of the tragedy of Sedna, maybe being a goddess of the sea, being banished to a lake. Maybe that's what's happening here. I never checked what this said. I assume it's just going to be like fishing hole, lake this way. And yeah, same thing. Fishing hole, lake this way. Basically said the same thing. What's up, buddy? We're going to finally eat another successful day of fishing in the bucket. Yep. Your uncle would have loved to see all the fishies we're getting. I wonder if anything's changed. Like, oh, hey, now our fish is in here. I wonder if Buddy Boy here has seen the note that is like, hey, don't come looking for me. There's 3 padlocks. I'm not sure if that means that there are secret keys for us to find in the house. Perhaps it's something. Yeah, you got dibs on the master bedroom, of course. I'm not sure if eventually we'll start fishing up like secret keys or something to, the thing. But that was day 1. It was pretty successful in terms of fish caught. Now, I kind of wonder if progress in this game is based on the number of days that pass, or if it's the amount of fish caught. It sounds like the music slowed down, so it might be fish caught. Eek! Oh, it's just you. You scared me. You had the weirdest dream last night. I would love to hear about your weird dream. Right on. Okay, so last night, Oh, are we going to get a little cutscene dream, or are we going to cut away? I woke up, or rather, I thought I woke up. I couldn't move my body, but I could see. Freaky, right? It gets freakier. My eyes started to adjust to the dark. Sounds like sleep paralysis, my man. Okay, so now we're getting the voyeur kind of thing. The window came into view, and I stared at it. Felt like I was... It felt as if... It felt like I was staring forever, but then... Okay, so what I was questioning earlier, if like the voyeur thing, it just seems like this is the view. Like as they're sleeping, you can look out the window. Sounds like there's some whispering. I saw it. Oh, hey. Yeah, you scared me. You got me. That little friend. All right, enough spooking. Let's get to hooking. Spooking, hooking. Yeah, whatever. It's got the double O sound. That the thing that our friend apparently did not see and made up to spook us looked like a friendly friend though. They seemed like they were a little smiley. All right, let's get some of these worms. This is I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty damn good at getting worms. You just dig, you hit the worm with the shovel, you collect the worm. There's nothing more than that, I say, as no worms come out. There we go. That's one of the things I love to see in this world. I love to see worms coming out of the ground. It's definitely not a little scary. The way that they live down there and they come out, and they don't have like the same kind of body as us. But I'm not bothered by that. I don't find that scary or creepy or anything. Actually, I don't really have a problem with bugs or anything. I don't like ants. Not a fan of ants. Everything else, it's just like, yeah, I would rather not touch it because it's icky, but it doesn't bother me, you know? I feel like we got less than last time. Last time I was on a worm spree, but we did get a lot of doubles there. And thanks to the power of doubles, we managed to beat our high score and got 12 whole worms. See, now we could possibly split with our friend and give them 6. But we're not going to do that. And I just realized that I've just been sitting on this color palette and switching around. Probably shouldn't switch around too much. In fact, it probably would have been better for the video had I just picked one and left it, because then the video would only have to render so many colors, and it would be a smaller file size, which, could be nice. Not that it matters, file sizes. It's whatever, Just throw something on a hard drive and just hope you never run out of space. And if you do, I guess you can get a new one. But hard drives, who cares about that? We caught an entire lobster. People love those. I remember hearing something about lobster. Like I've lived in Texas all my life, so I never lived in a good seafood place. Not to say that I haven't had good seafood or anything, but always been jealous of seafood. But I heard a thing that apparently lobster is kind of used to be considered a kind of a pest. They're just shit tons of lobsters. And then Midwest people in the Midwest U.S. were like, oh no, this is actually a delicacy, and then rose the price on it or something. I don't know. Those were two different half remembered stories. So what do I know? What I know is I caught a lobster in this lake, so I'm doing pretty good. Okay, a manta ray. That definitely shouldn't be here. I think Sedna may have been banished to this lake, and we may need to help her. Because there should not be a manta ray in a lake. We're going to take this back to our friend. They're going to be like, oh, sweet, you caught a manta ray. And no, dog. Manta ray. That's not lake. That's a salty one. That's one of the salty ones, not one of the fresh ones. And I know you're looking at this manta ray and going, damn, that's a fresh manta ray. But no, it's a salty manta ray. It is fresh in the Prince sense, but not in the water it breathes sense. I think a clownfish, yeah, that's also a salty boy. I think the way fish work is they extract oxygen from water using their gills, and that's the way they work. Oh, there was something. That was probably our friend saw last night. They were whispering the same way, so we can only assume it's one and the same creature, unless there are multiple beings out here in the woods ready to become our friend, ready to just, they see all the fishing we're doing. They're like, oh, damn, that is a lot of fish. You caught a manta ray. That's dope. Let's hang out, which is something I'm always saying to people. Unicorn fish. I don't know if that one's real or not. I haven't seen it in an Animal Crossing, So I'm going to assume not a real fish, but we've caught a unicorn fish, which means it's real to us, and which means, well, I was going to say we could name it, but I'm guessing if we caught it and went, this is unicorn fish, that it either exists and or we have given it the name that we would name it. It's got a big horn on its head, so I guess unicorn fish works. I know there's like... Oh, wait, it didn't make the noise I thought it would make, so that's probably bad. I was about to say, I know there's fish with like big bumps on their head that can like ram into each other, and I think they can like change their gender or whatever. I don't know what the fish is called, though. Oh, hey, see? There's the key, 3 inches. This is what I was wondering earlier, if we would start fishing up keys. And that also explains the noise we heard. Well, I guess it doesn't, because, you know, when the lure, you know, plops down, you expect to hear the plop noise because of the water, not because of the bite of the fish or anything. But we still heard like a kind of metallic noise. It also explains why the fish didn't really fight back. Like this just seems to be us reeling in the fish to, or, you know, whatever, to get it closer to us. Whereas the AB back and forth is like, you know, some sort of struggle happening. This thing is powerful or heavy and or both, because it did not want to come in. Pufferfish. There's, you know, I know that there's a creature out and about that is going to be our friend. We're going to befriend the shit out of that creature, I'm telling you. But I'm more worried about the ecology of this lake. It doesn't seem right to me that there would be all these saltwater fish just hanging out here. Unless this, I guess, saltwater lakes probably exist. There's like Salt Lake City, so I can only assume that there's also salt lakes. Which, how does that happen? I don't know. As I've demonstrated, I do not know much, so it's fine. But I still think that, you know, a sea saltwater fish, probably not going to be in a salt lake. Guessing that's the deal. Like, so there's obviously something scary and spooky happening here. The goddess of the sea, I'm guessing, has been banished to the lake or whatever. It sounded like she was a tragic figure of some sort. So we can only guess something happened. She's here, and she's the goddess of the sea, so she's like, bam, have some of the fish that I know how to do. And the fish that she knows how to do, not the right ones for this lake. But we do know that this lake at one time did have the biggest trout you'd ever see. So maybe, you know, the fish in the ocean heard about these large trout and were like, oh, damn, I want a piece of this large trout action. Another starfish. I think that's our first repeat. I was interested to see if the fish would just like keep escalating and like, well, that's clearly incorrect. But it seems like, you know, at some point, you know, they'd probably have to loop the fish unless the entire game loop was the number of fish you caught. But I'm guessing a couple nights probably have to pass, seeing as our friend is seeing the figure I'm assuming is Sedna outside of their window. And she was just waving. So I don't expect any harm. No harm, no foul. A sponge. I was about to say, I think sponges live in the sea, but I know a good documentary about one sponge. It's fun. I was gonna make it's a SpongeBob joke. That's all I got. This game's also heftier than I thought it would be. I figured this would be a little shorter than it has been. Oh, this is coming in quickly. So maybe it's another key that we've managed to find. So maybe I should just throw my cast out there. I'm not sure if because we found the other key out there. Perhaps all the keys are around that general. Oh no, it was a starfish. Okay, I was about to say maybe we should just keep casting over there if we get a key, because it seems that all of the things are there. Here, I'm just going to throw in the middle of water and just see what happens, because maybe because I've been fishing in specific spots and going for the shadows, stuff has been happening, like finding the weird fish and etc. Let's just throw it in the water, see what happens. You know, we can still get something even if there isn't shadow. But, you know, I've just been aiming for shadows and weird looking spots. Tin can, boy. Okay. So it seems like if you... No, I was going to say, it seems like if you fish in a not, you know, specific spot, you get garbage. But we did get garbage on our first cast. I can't seem to cast onto the land. Let's cast for the shore there. See if we can catch any shore fish. I bet there's a fish called a shore fish. But that's not important. Whatever is here, we're going to catch it. Whether it be garbage, whether it be fish, whether it be key. Because we've gotten one key already. I'm guessing maybe we'll have to come back and fish 2 more days to get keys. Something probably bad will happen to our friend before we're able to get all the keys. All right. Yep, that's enough fishing for the day. Haven't really seen our buddy fishing. We can only assume they are fishing as well, and not just, you know, chilling all day. Oh, there was someone going off. I guessing once again our friend Sedna, who's going to come and wave to us at night, and not our buddy, because our buddy right here. Hey, did you catch a ton of fish? Only one more day of fishing left, my friend. Okay, so we were going on a weekend vacation. Yeah, I forgot that this was a. I'm wishing for more fishing. Me too. I forgot that this was a fishing vacation. So unfortunately, all vacations have to come to an end, and a weekend vacation, makes the most sense. We've only found one key thus far, so hopefully we'll find 2 more keys tomorrow, unless it's some kind of secret end thing. Hey, are you still up? If not, then get up. How's about we do a little night fishing? Go night fishing? Of course. We came here to fish, so why wouldn't we fish at any possible opportunity we get? So let's get to a fish. Actually, I'm gonna come over here and try and see if we can use our key. The key fit into one of the padlocks. Just in case unlocking that was some criteria for spawning in the other keys, because you didn't try to unlock, you're not going to be able to see the other key appear, etc. You know how video games are. Oh, you know what? I didn't even try. I assumed we could only do this once a day. I never tried to do this a second time to see if we could get more bait, so we could catch more fish every single day. I just assumed oh yeah, you get to try for bait once a day, and then you move on. I seem to have caught a worm there, so I might try that. I might try and see if we can do this twice in a row. Okay, I don't feel like I did very good on the worms there, which will be good to check whenever we, it'll be good that we didn't do well, because then if I didn't do well, then we can, 11, so still better than our first time. Just go back and, okay, I've already got my worms. Okay, so you can't double up on your worms, you can't be greedy. We're gonna fish our fill, which is apparently, I feel like catching, 12 whole fish in one day seems like a lot to me. Oh, but night fishing. It's in the lake at night. Yeah, it is pretty neat. Plenty of moonlight, so I can see kind of okay. Oh, okay. We can't really see anything, but that's fine. We only need to see our big catches. Let's fish on, buddy. I'm always saying this to people. Okay, so now that we're night fishing, we don't know where the shadows are. We're just going to cast and hope we get a big one. Which, that's what we've been doing all day. But, during the daytime, we have the power of Animal Crossing shadows to guide us. No longer will the Animal Crossing shadows be able to guide us. We can only trust our hearts and where we should set down our lure and fish. This seems like it's probably going to be a starfish since it came up that easy. Or a sponge. Sponge, starfish. Oh, I didn't even think about the starfish thing in relation to one Sponged Bob, a show that I like enough to mention it at least once in this video, so might as well as continue to think. I'm going to aim for that little thing out there. That looks interesting. It is nice the way that the power bar makes you fill in further to go farther, rather than just kind of being a random you just need to do it this far to get whatever's there. Once again, coming in quick, and we didn't get the metallic noise, so guessing that this isn't going to be a key, which is the only thing I was going to lie. I was going to say the keys are the only thing I care about because I want to see what's in. I want to see what's in the cellar, but I can't lie. I want to see those big catches. Let's mess with ooh, that's a strong color palette. I think this might be the purple one that I was interested in at the beginning of the game. I don't think it is. I think I pressed the wrong button while trying to reel it in. Because I think that the purple I was interested in was more. That's scary. That's kind of hard to look at. Let's at least fish once with this scary color palette. This gives me a Friday the 13th NES vibes with the color. I'm guessing all these color schemes probably are a reference to something. The way color palettes are. People are like, oh, this color palette is this. Also, the purple and black is very striking. Ooh, shrimp, that's nice. Pain in the ass to devein, but yummy nonetheless. Oh, here, I think this is the purple that we started off with. We've returned home. All right, come in. None of these are really putting up too big of a fight. I guess we're only finding the little ones because I'm not aiming for the special spots. Since I'm just following my heart into where to aim, and also kind of checking off in these corners, to see if our friend Sedna's peeping at us. Because if I see that friend, I'm gonna wave at her. She waved at our friend, which we know. We haven't gotten waved at yet. Our friend got waved at, probably because they are. I was gonna say the homeowner. They're not technically the homeowner, but they are the heir to the home. We're the guest. We're the bud. We're just here to fish and have fun. Another tin can. Well, at least there's some crafting recipes we can use that for. Just come over here, see if anything's up. Doesn't seem like anything's up. Let's catch a night frog. I'm hoping we're... Oh, no, there's a shadow there. I can see the shadows. I couldn't see those before. But I see them now. So, and we've disturbed the shadows because we're going to fish straight through them. That's a shame. I'll have to be a little bit more aware. I wasn't paying attention to them because I'm just so used to the darkness of the water. Oh, okay, cool. They came back. I wasn't sure if it was going to be Animal Crossing style, like, oh, you fucked it up. You scared them away. Oop, nope, that was a little off base. But we managed to fish. It seems like if you manage to cast, you're good. Because it gave us that error that one time when I just totally pushed way too late. So it seems night fishing going well. Nothing's gone wrong just yet. But something's always got to go wrong at night fishing. A betta fish? Oh, something splashed in the water. Yeah, I heard that. Was that a fish? It must have been a pretty big one. I thought I heard like Gruntilda's like laugh in the background. I see a light in the background. I'm going to fish for it. We had that other fishing spot we could have hit, so maybe there was a new fish that we hadn't seen there, and I shouldn't be casting out here because I'm guessing this is going to cause an event of some sort since it, there was a sound, there was text box, and it didn't make the sound of like the kaplunk or whatever, that metallic sound that I wasn't entirely sure what it was when we caught the key that one time. So I'm guessing this isn't a key. Just a starfish. Dang. I'm guessing I saw that light out there, so I thought that'd be more special than it is. But maybe that event happened just because we're running close to running out of bait, as opposed to, oh, now you need to go and fish up the important thing that has spawned in the lake. It's hard to say, Games are arcane and mysterious. Who are we as players to know the author's intent without tweeting at them and being like, hey, tell me everything about this game. Oh, a suckerfish. I think those are the guys who clean... Oh, I'm hearing the whispering. Where are you, Sedna? Oh, is that you? Are you coming closer? Oh, we got two choices. We got that shiny light out there. We got that shadow. We only got one. So I'm going to go for the shiny light and see what's up with that. Make sure that's still there. I'm going to put my cursor right on it. And it disappears right as it casts. So maybe that's supposed to be the reflection of the moon and not like a thing to fish for. I guess we'll see based on what we catch here. Yeah, because it's coming in easy. So I'm guessing this is another sponge, another starfish. Not what we were probably supposed to go after. But, I see the shiny light, and it caught my eye because it's a shiny light. Yep, let's head on home. Oh, yeah, to the cabin. I was like, oh, is that it? Did I get, like, a bad end because I didn't, like, fish up the right things? We saw Sedna over there in the woods earlier, but they're not there. Perhaps they've gone into the house already? I'm guessing not, since we could hear their whispering. Damn, well, we didn't get any keys. Maybe tomorrow we can find some keys. That's what night fishing's like. I don't know what I'm so afraid of. Oh yeah, the dark. Anyways, thanks for fishing. Yeah, we had a fun time. It was a good fishing time. We were wishing for fishing, and we've got it done. It's bedtime though. We got to catch some Z's because we only got 1 day of fishing left. So we got to enjoy it. We can't not enjoy our last day of fishing just because we went night fishing. So I'm guessing, we started on a Friday, so this is probably Sunday. So we don't have a full day. Well, we don't have a full day of fishing. I was going to say because we have to go back to work. But our buddy here has lost their job. So that's not really a big concern. We could stay here all day. You've lost all your energy to fish. Who the hell are you? Something's wrong with the lake. Yeah, we got to end the trip on a good note. Are you kidding me? Yeah, of course. We're going to go fish. Jeez. Didn't even recognize him there for a moment there. Ooh, I don't want to fish. Who are you? We live to fish. We're wishing for a fishing. Always ready to pull some worms up out of the ground and do that. So I wonder, I do wonder, like, if the game is just like, event based, like you catch as many fish as you... Oh, you know what it probably is? The deal here is we're going to hit the end of our vacation with like... Either it'll be like uneventful and it's like, I'm sure something was wrong. If only I had, explored more. And what did I just hit? Oh, that's where the worms were coming from. It seems to be a, it's just an animal skeleton. That's all. Yeah, that's animal shaped. Definitely just an animal. Yeah, it's probably got enough worms. I wonder if there's like a, secret ending for catching all of the keys. Or if maybe we'll catch some keys with our casts now. Perhaps the keys were hidden away. Had I got around, checked trees and stuff. Like I was pretty diligent about the home. I'm not sure if there's like anything that I could have missed in there, unless something changed at some point that I should have inspected. Oh, I pushed that a little early, but it's fine. Game's pretty generous with its timing on that window, which is nice. The fishing not too difficult in this game at all. Which was a thing that like I was concerned with. Like I wasn't sure how involved this fishing would be, because sometimes fishing mini games just like utterly confound me, and I'm like I don't really get it anymore. A blue tang, is that what dory is? No, I think dory's a surgeon fish, but that's a blue tang. So it's purple in my eyes, but that's not important. That's not the fish's fault. That's the fault of me like just liking purple, so I picked this color scheme. Green is my favorite color, so I probably could have just stuck with the default one, but it's fun to play with alternate color palettes, so we might as well as mess around, even if it doesn't fit the Game Boy background that I superimposed in the background. That's not the important part. The important part was I superimposed that background because I was like, well, it'll fit, so I might as well as use it. I made it. I've already used it for a lot of other Let's Plays and junk, but I'm going to use it because it works. A pike. I think pikes are a river fish. I mean, this is a lake, and Animal Crossing makes a distinction between lake and river fish, so I can only assume that there is supposed to be a distinction between lake and river fish. But no, there's not such a thing as, it's just river and ocean, isn't it? Huh. I guess there's some fish that used to show up in the lake in Animal Crossing Original. I think that was like a thing where you could find some like in the big lake in town, but that's not really a thing in the new. Oh no, they're ponds. That's what I'm thinking of. Ponds are just baby lakes, so it's fine. Oh, we got the other shoe. Oh, it had a foot in it, didn't it? Oh well, we found the other key. That shoe. I feel like no, it can't be. I'm guessing it's your small cousin. I'm guessing that I've just caught up. I thought he was pissed for a second because it was like, oh God, no, throw it back. It's a terrible shoe. But no, there was a bone sticking out of it that I just did not notice because I skipped through too quickly. So horrified, the body. It's just an animal foot. It's just one of those dogs that wear shoes. Like dogs love to do. Dogs love to wear shoes. They definitely don't panic whenever you put those like little booties on them for like hot weather, so like they don't burn their paws on sunfish. Those things are huge by Animal Crossing. I assume they're probably huge in real one too. The real one that we live in. I've only ever seen the hot weather booties for dogs. I'm guessing there's probably also cold weather booties for dogs, but like I said, I live in Texas. I always have, so I don't know a damn thing about the cold weather. Okay, well, we've managed to fish in 2 of the keys, so perhaps the game doesn't have like oh well, you didn't get all the keys. The ending will remain mysterious to you in the end, and fish better next time, idiot. Perhaps we'll find the next key. Perhaps not with this catch, but Great white shark. Yeah, you think that's enough fishing? You don't have any problem with the things that we have been fishing up, my friend? What if I try to go back? We'll just be like, that's it for the day. Are we going to do some more night fishing? Like, because it seems like we fished all day. Like, one would assume if this was, vacation fishing trip, we would, have left today. But I guess it doesn't matter. Our buddy lost their job, and we're gonna hang out with them, make sure they're doing well. I don't know about you, buddy, but I'm ready to get out of here. Yeah, is it because we caught a great white shark? Does that bother you, my friend? My friend, have you considered that I caught a great white shark? 1 padlock left. Yeah, are we supposed to like look around? I guess see if we can find an additional key. See if anything's changed. Rather than going and like pixel hunting, I'm just gonna see if we can pop into the master bedroom, since we haven't been allowed in there. Maybe now that our buddy's out of the room, we'll be allowed. No, we're not allowed entry. The way the music sounds, it's been slowing down. That kind of like drum beat to it goes chun 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 chun, makes it sound like something's like banging on a door. Let's see if we can leave. Go back out. It's getting dark. Okay, well, we can't sleep. We can't check out any of the rooms. Did the journal change? Because there's something sticking out, but I think that might be a quill. Oh, we can read more mythos. Okay. In this version of Sedna's tale, she is a lovely maiden, pursued by many of the local men. She rejects them all. As her father grows impatient, he meets an unknown hunter. The hunter requests his daughter's hand in marriage. The father accepts the offer, giving away his daughter. I guess there's more to... there was more lore that we could have read, but I missed out on it because I just wrongfully assumed that it was unchanging. Let's see, is there anything we can poke about around here? Yeah, because there's not really anything like particularly like stand outish like out here. Like, there's not like a shiny spot or some kind of, thing that's like, oh, if I had dug here, we could have gotten a key. It doesn't seem like there's like a little hidden area of some sorts. Perhaps if I read more mythos, we could have learned more and acquired the other key. Maybe something terrible's about to go on. As we drove away from that cabin, I couldn't shake the feeling of uneasiness. I left with questions, and I knew there were answers. What was in the lake that night? What had happened to the uncle and his family? These thoughts still haunt me at night. Okay, so yeah, I think we missed out on the chance to get the last key since we didn't read all the mythos, I'm guessing. It's been a while since I've last heard from my friend. When I last wrote to them, I asked if they had some sort of nagging compulsion. I asked if they had felt the same nagging compulsion. I had to return to the cabin to get some answers. They wrote back saying they'd be more at ease if the cabin sunk to the bottom of the lake. Does that mean that's the end, or is there like epilogue? Okay, yeah, here we go. But my curiosity doesn't sink so easily. I've made up my mind. I'm going back to the cabin. It has its hooks in my brain, and it's reeling me back in. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if this was like a game over, do better next time. And I was like, oh man. I'm not going fishing in a scary lake, but I also hope I don't become fish food every single day. Ending B. Okay. So there is an alternate ending. Interesting. Okay, so I'm guessing ending A is probably you discover the secret of Sedna by reading more mythos, maybe catching more fish. I'm not sure if this is the bad end. Like maybe there's something where like ending C where it's like, oh no, I became fish food. But that was an interesting little game. I'd be interested to see ending A, but I think I'll leave you to see that on your own via playing the game, and then I'll go play it myself. So just so there's something for both of us to look forward to. That was Fishing Vacation by Teebowah Games.